One day, Gordon was pulling freight on the island of Sodor. Gordon was heading up for the top of the gigantic hill. The trucks kept biffing and bouncing him. When they had reached the top of the hill, the couplings had snapped off. Gordon's driver put on the brakes. Why is it bad things always happen whenever I pull on the freight? The trucks started to roll down the hill. The signalman had seen the trucks racing by. Runaway trucks, I repeat, runaway trucks. Evacuate all engines off the main line. I repeat, evacuate all engines off the main line. The person inside the brake van had tried to stop the heavy train, but the brakes got so hot, they stopped. So now, it was a runaway train without a person to brake them. At the yards, James was shunting in timber for another engine to pull. Then he saw Sir Topham Hatt standing on Cranky. Hello there, sir. And what are you doing here at the yards today? James, this is something of the utmost importance. Gordon's trucks have come undone from his coupling and are racing towards here. Sir, we've had runaway trucks before. What's so important about this one that's so important from all the others? James, those trucks had fuel and oil on them, and they're heading straight towards the fuel depot at Tidmouth Yards. If those trucks reach there, the explosion could be so catastrophic it could blow up the entire Tidmouth Yards and the town right next to it. Oh my, said James. Yes, James, and now I'm sending you out to catch these trucks and get them before they hit the fueling depot. Are you up to that? Yes, sir, said James. I shall have Emily shunt your trucks for you. Now go. Go! Yes, sir, said James as he blew his whistle and chuffed away. Look out! What was that? Percy, have you seen any runaway trucks? Yeah, James, they went that way. Thank you. James took another track so that way he could get ahead of the runaway trucks. James emerged through Henry's tunnel and stopped right in front of the points to the Tidmouth Yards. The trucks are heading straight for them. Oh man, this is going to scratch up my bright red coat. Come on, James, says driver. What's more important, your coat or the island? The island. Driver, let's go and attack these trucks. For the island. Oh man, said James. My coat is all scratched up. Suddenly, an engine in a dark green livery came up. The green engine looked marvelous. When all of a sudden, Sir Topham Hatt stepped out of his cab. The Flying Scotsman, yes, James. Can you believe it? I have just bought one of the most famous steam engines in the entire British railway history. James, this is a very nice sacrifice you did to save the Tidmouth Yard shed and the town of Audrey. For your effort, you shall get all the parts fixed. Thank you, sir. And a new coat of... Oh, thank you very much, sir. The Flying Scotsman shall take over your passenger and freight duties until you are fully painted and fixed. Then Sir Topham Hatt climbed back on board the Flying Scotsman, singing, I got the Flying Scotsman, I got the Flying Scotsman. This is a Basewood Railway Productions.